I'm Connor.
I'm Wes.
And this is the grand return of the Bean Time Podcast. Boys, it's been about 2 years.
2 years.
We ended right before the Halloween episode because of some bad circumstances.
Basically, I felt my creativity was being shit on, so we had to take a break.
And that's basically what happened. A lot of stuff was going on that year. If you guys remember, that was the year of COVID-19. I stayed at Wes's house for about 2 months during this period. And
awful. Man.
Worst time of my life. I look back at it not fondly, but I just hate myself. But anyways, we're back. We took a long 2-year break. We had been talking about this for a really long time. And
I will say it's my fault we haven't done it sooner. Just because I've been lazy.
I've been harassing Wes for like 6 months, but I don't care anymore because we're here and we're back better than ever. And we will be doing this every single Sunday.
And I have a Subway sandwich right now.
And I am eating a Cali turkey on wheat bread.
And they didn't cook my bread all the way on my sandwich.
They cook mine, but I get mine without sauce, and it makes me sad. But not really, because I'm happy with dry food.
Listen to this.
Wes just dribbled sauce all over our podcasting table. Which you guys will be able to see, hopefully very soon, because me and Wes plan on getting a camera when I find enough funds. But
we're hoping this picks up so we don't have to sit here and talk to nothing.
Yeah, talk to the abyss. And then it talks back, hopefully. But we've been gone for 2 years. A lot of stuff has happened. Me and Wes are in our senior year.
As Connor was saying, we are in our senior year. And a lot. Sorry, man. I'm gonna keep it real with you. That Chipotle sauce is not going down well.
That's why you should have got the sauceless sandwich.
No, that's disgusting.
No, it's delicious.
Tell them what you got on your sandwich, Connor.
I went into Subway today, and I was happy for the first time in a while because I got my luscious wheat bread, turkey, chicken, and spinach.
I honestly think it wouldn't be that bad if it wasn't wheat bread.
No, the wheat bread adds the flavor to it and the healthiness. And it's scientifically going to make me live 10 years longer than the dumb white bread that Wes got.
I don't know why you're making this about race, but
I'm just saying.
No. That really got nothing to do with it. I got a Subway Club. It's got turkey, roast beef, and pepper jack cheese. Oh, what was I saying about
senior?
Oh yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. It's just been flying by so fast, and since we stopped, I've been wanting to try it again, but I just didn't. I don't guess I was in the right, headspace at the moment.
It was just nice because, like, the Bean Time Podcast for us,
it was fun,
and it kept track of like what happened. It's like a time capsule of our lives,
which I think is very cool.
Exactly, and then we can go and listen back, and hopefully people listen too.
And hopefully it's not cringe.
And so our goal is we're going to try to do this because we figured it was our senior year. Hopefully everything doesn't go wrong and me and Wes go homeless by the time we graduate.
The goal is if we get popular enough that I don't have to go to college, right? And I don't have to do anything with my life. I can
you could just podcast all day.
I could just podcast, and it's basically fucking fly.
There's currently a fly attacking our beautiful Subway sandwiches. But yeah, anyways, with the podcast, even after senior year, me and Wes still plan on going to the same college.
Yeah.
So it'll be able to continue, and it's a fun thing to do. It makes me and Wes talk to each other, which is probably the worst part of my week.
I hate talking to this mother.
It gives us a creative outlet. Also, we're coming at you with more things. A lot more things, like a video we've been making for a while.
Connor, I don't want to spoil it.
We don't want to spoil it, but I'm making another channel for funny films.
Does it have a name?
It might. It might have to do with a beloved purple fruit in the future.
No, not the video.
Oh, no, it hasn't been made yet. But a name will come. And I'll probably shout it out on this podcast. So we can get 3 more viewers.
I mean, that's the goal, right?
Wes's mom was delightful enough to supply us with a great value purified drinking water, which is now the fabled sponsored drink.
I have a Monster Energy Ultra Fiesta Mango. I've been making smoothies lately. Man, you gotta try that.
Anytime I've tried to ever make a smoothie, I make them dog, and I just put too much ice in it. Like me and my dad. My dad is a big blueberry farmer. Like, not we have like 5 bushes, but that's big for usual blueberry gains. And so what he makes me do is every single time I go over there for the summer, he wakes me up at 6 p.m. because I'm taking my afternoon nap and tells me to go pick blueberries, and then we make smoothies. And every single time I do it, like, these blueberries have the seeds in them.
It's honestly because blueberries suck. I hate blueberries.
I think they're overrated.
They're not great.
I think anytime you get a blueberry out of Walmart, it's just sour and gross.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be, sweet, and it's not.
Which, like,
Because I think my mind has been like made to think that blue means blue raspberry, which doesn't exist, by the way. That's just a flavor.
why do they call it that then?
I don't
What is
know.
the-
The blue raspberries don't exist though.
I thought it was like, no, I get what you mean, because I get my lollipop and I open it up and it's blue raspberry and I love it, and then I'm like,
Blueberries are fine.
what the hell is a blue raspberry? And then every single time I get a blueberry from Walmart, it's gross and disgusting, but I'm sure there's that wonderful, sweet, supple
I'm sure there's a great
out
blueberry, but I've never had it.
Because right now in my mind, there is no reason we should ever be growing that, and it is gross.
Nah, but if you want to make a smoothie, it's just 7 ice cubes, your fruit, and I don't know what else you put in. That's just what I
You
do.
just get the fruit. Is it good when you do it? Because like any smoothie I eat tastes like balls.
Well, I do pineapple and mango, and those are always good. Those are good fruits. Have you ever had a mango?
I have had a mango. I went to Walmart.
Do you fuck with it? You fuck with mango?
I'm scale 1 to 10. I'm like a solid 4
On mango?
On mango. I think
Why?
I got a really bad mango. It's because
They're ripe.
I don't know.
You try to, if they're soft, they're ripe.
They're soft. No, this was a hard mango.
Why would you eat a hard mango?
I don't know. It was a Walmart mango.
I get mine from Walmart, but like,
Mine was crusty, dusty mango for some reason.
sorry.
Excuse you. No, it was gross. Like, I had always thought mangoes were good because I went to Florida one time, and we were staying at like one of my aunt's house, and our neighbor is crazy, but she's cool because she has a mango tree, and it's always growing one mango. Like,
Just the one?
Just constantly. I guess she just saves that one. Like, this looks like the same mango. I think I'm going insane.
Mangoes look the same because they're the same fruit.
Probably. But I look at it, and like, she's called the cops on people because they tried to take the mango. And I've always been tempted.
You're gonna steal.
No, I'm not.
How old is this woman?
Because I love God. But,
How old is this woman?
oh, she's like 70.
Oh, you can't steal a mango from her.
I'm not going to steal it, but I want it very
You want that
badly.
mango?
I feel like that is her last hope, though.
The mango?
That's like her enjoyment.
You know,
She goes
it's a
up there and gets
metaphor.
it.
It's that mango hanging is her like mental. I don't know.
Her prime.
I've never met this woman.
Me
I'm just
neither.
making assumptions.
I just see her walk around. She always looks mad. But
Old
Wes,
people usually are mad.
what have you been up to? Let's tell the viewers what we've been doing in our time away.
I've been reading books. That's it. I don't do anything.
That's fair. For the last 2 years, we have been playing games, and school flies by, and reading
Pretty
books.
much.
I guess.
No, Berserk.
Yeah.
I've been reading Berserk.
Wes bought all the Berserk books.
Not all of them.
Not all.
Working on it.
We're hoping to get an awesome collection starting.
Berserk is peak fiction. If you haven't read it,
Do you think the books are better than the show? Because the show's like all 3D and gross.
the show's dog shit. Like objectively, it's bad. You just read it.
I think
They do like this 3D animation, which works for something. It works for some things.
Yeah.
Does not work for Berserk. Because if you ever because when you're reading it, it explains like the way the main character Guts, like how he fights. Right, he's got this big ass sword, but he's fast. You can't really do fast motion in 3D like that. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean. I think 3D animation.
It limits it. Like if it was like just like if it had the actually at some points in it, like because I watched one of the movies, it'll have 2D scenes that look fine, but then like any scene with like Guts, it'll just have him like in this shitty choppy 3D. That's like it doesn't work for whatever they're trying to do.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's like there's a way to use 3D animation. Like Attack on Titan used it recently in their newest season.
They got to because Big Ass Titans.
Yeah, I know, Big Ass Titans, but they made it look good. And I remember me and Wes, I introduced him to Demon Slayer And Wes's like least favorite part was in like the 4th episode when they started using like the bum ass 3D animation. And then
it was so dumb because it was when they were fighting
the bouncy ball chick.
Yeah, Yahaba or whatever. She had this. He threw this ball in his house, and it just cut to like the main character. He's just like moving in this choppy ass anime. I hated that.
The best thing they did was in the 2nd season when they dropped the 3D animation.
Yes.
But I mean, it works for some shows. It's just. I don't know. I don't like action scenes with it, unless of course
that's what I'm saying.
They're
It's the
big
action
naked
scene.
monster men, and then it works.
That's to be discussed. No, I won't talk about that one.
But I'm trying to think of interesting things we've done. Actually, there has been some interesting things done while we were gone. Me and Wes decided to pursue the theater.
Oh
In a new
yeah, we
play.
joined a play. Yeah.
Because one of our friends peer pressured us into doing it when me and Wes were walking away because we got into the audition room.
And I said, you have to sing because it was a musical.
And me and Wes didn't think we had to sing the first day they were there. And she's like, yeah, you're going to have to sing Little Low Lamb.
Well, like, you were saying that we had to, like, have something prepared to sing.
Yeah, because I got scared because she sent me an email. And she was like, I hope you guys are ready for your singing auditions. And I was like, who? Sing what? And then we got there.
And we had to sing, like,
Little Lamb?
no.
Was it not?
What's the one with the spider? No, why can't I think about it? The Itsy Bitsy Spider. Oh
The
my
Itsy
god.
Bitsy Spider?
Yeah, we sung that.
That is blinked out of my memory. I think I was so scared of singing, I got in there, and it was the Itsy Bitsy Spider thing. And this was actually one of the things that got us back into the podcast, because our teacher goes, you know, you two have really good voices for a podcast.
She said that to Connor, and he wouldn't shut up about it for a month.
Oh, yeah. I was excited. I was like, we should bring back the podcast. But one of the fun things we did in this podcast, or not the podcast, my bad, the play, it was called Dear Edwina, which is like a kindergartner. What grade? How old are they in the play?
In the play, I don't know, it's like 12 or 13.
Yeah. It's a bunch of these.
It's like a, the way it's set up is like, it's a play inside of a play, like, so we know that there's an audience. Mm-hmm. So we can, like, interact, and, like, me and Connor's characters even, like, walk through, like, the aisles, and we talk to them.
The play is called Dear Edwina, and it's about Edwina's Sunday afternoon show to where she gets mail letters, and she talks about...
She gives advice, yeah. She gives advice to people. Anyway, we played some brothers. It was real fun.
It was a real fun play. They made me dress up as a vampire, and now half of my school has seen me singing as a vampire. And that moment will never live me down, and it will follow me forever.
I'm telling you, and everyone will agree, that you were the best part of that play.
No, it was terrifying. And now, dude, I'll walk into the lobby, and the chick at the lobby will go, I want to drink your blood, and I can't escape it. I go into our school.
Don't be saying
We
names.
don't be doxing our administration. When you walk... Yeah, in the front door. When you walk into our door, the little office ladies, they have to just unlock it so no school shooters go into the door. And every single day, she just does a vampire quote at me, and I can't live it down. And I have to run away.
It's because you're famous.
Apparently so. I'm Big Drac now. But that was probably the most exciting thing we've done in the last 2 years.
We'll probably do the next place, but...
Mm-hmm. That one's a more serious one, which I'm scared for. Wes is good at serious stuff.
Yes.
They call me
Business.
Goofy. Business as usual.
Business. I don't know. I'm just thinking it might be a little harder, like, because, like, we just basically had to memorize songs.
Yeah. And you can
that,
listen
like,
to
are
songs.
easily, like, I mean, there's songs, like, that kids are supposed to be able to understand.
If you guys want to, search up the playlist, because they're actually pretty good songs.
There's some bangers on there. Which one did I sing?
You sung Alola Lola.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What? In the song, it was about this,
They're all like, it was like for kids. Like, the play was for kids. Sorry, I'm not trash.
It's all good. The song that Wes sung in was about a girl who was going to Hawaii because her cousin was like, hello, please come to Hawaii, and Wes played as the cousin.
It was just a whole message about, you know,
be nice to people.
Be friendly. I don't know.
And say aloha, even though the girl didn't speak.
They didn't speak the same
She didn't
language,
speak
but-
English.
I don't know. It was for children.
It
So
was a children play. That was our first one.
had a bunch of good messages.
You guys get it?
Hold up. Sorry.
I'm gonna put a burp counter in the podcast. I think that's number 3.
Don't worry. Chipotle sauce got me acting up, bro.
If we have any longtime viewers of the Bean Time podcast, Wes got a job. No, they didn't ghost him this time.
They didn't go. Yeah, dude. Oh my god, bro. I don't know. Y'all remember, but McDonald ghosted me because I was.
You were 15 at the time.
I was 15, and they got me through the whole process and all that, and then they just ghosted me
because they made the mistake. Wes was
But-
15, and they were like, "You're 15? Okay, that's awesome." And then they just ghosted him on orientation day.
I was like, why? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so I turned 16, and I was just looking for a job, and like, was I 7?
You're 16 at this point when you got.
Yeah, I was
the
16
job.
still when I got it. I'm trying to think. Like about the end of the year last year, I think. End of the school year. I got a job at Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, KFC.
I'm glad I got a job, but like, I gotta work somewhere else, man.
Is the KFC life not doing it for
I just
you?
have so much like respect for people who work. I hate like anyone who works customer service like that, where you have to like speak to people behind a counter, especially hungry people. Oh my god, they're the worst kind of people to like talk to ever. Because I work front counter, so I have to deal with all the customers that come inside, and luckily, ever since Corona, people just kind of forget you can come in the building sometimes. So the most people just go through drive-through, but like,
I go in there because Wes gives me the free cookie.
don't tell them that.
Okay, my bad.
That doesn't happen.
KFC. They didn't
He
give me a
pays
free
for that
cookie.
cookie.
I love cookies and the free drink.
If y'all can't see me, I'm winking with my right eye right now.
That's what I'm saying. Wes has had his fair share of, funny employees. We live in the South, and we had a
Whoa.
kid come in and ask for the Mexi Melt.
Oh my gosh. I don't. I apparently it was just staying at KFC before, or it's a KFC and Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Just they're combined, and it was called like a Mexi Melt. And this kid, I had known what it was, and I can enter it in on like the computer, but like I didn't know what he was like saying at the time, and I was like pretty new. I might not have even known how to make it at that point. Like I didn't know it was a thing. So
That's kind of bold of him asking for the Taco Bell secret menu on the first
well,
time.
no,
you were there.
I mean, I don't know when it was like taken off the menu, but like I haven't heard of it before. So
the Mexican
and
Melt is not a
this kid
thing.
was maybe like 13, 14. So I don't. Anyway, and what it was about it was just the way. Bless him. He had braces and he had kind of a lisp. And I didn't know what he was saying, and it was like really funny, but I felt bad at the same time,
Melt.
He said, "Let me get the Mexi Melt," and I was like, "What?"
the Melt.
So, and then what makes me even feel more bad is I think I gave him like just something else.
You didn't give him the Mexi Melt? He went through all the trouble.
I don't. It was been a while like since then,
Yeah.
but I just don't know. What happened is like I think he was trying to order it, and then I think my manager came up
She had no clue
and
what
told
the
him that it didn't. Like we didn't have those.
She threatened him.
No, it
You can't
was
get
my
Mexi
other
Melt here
manager.
anymore.
That's
the nice
not the girl.
I get what you mean.
It's the guy I like. I
He's a mean manager and a nice manager.
no,
Is she not?
no.
I'm going insane.
I'm trying to. I don't want to just be saying people's names, but like
we put on a docs. KFC's loyal employees.
not my like main manager.
Yeah.
The guy who wears the chain.
Mm-hmm.
That guy.
I get it.
He's really cool. Like he's my favorite manager, for sure.
Would you rate? What would you rate? Like, is fast food better than like grocery store? Would you enjoy?
Oh
like,
God,
a
no!
grocery
I would
store?
rather work at a grocery store. Cause like the thing about it is like they have to come to me and tell me what they want.
Yeah.
And then I have to like put it together, and then it becomes my responsibility to get it to them, and that is like so annoying sometimes because people are the worst. Especially when they're hungry. Oh, and you know what really is the worst? When it's like actually not my fault at all, and like someone will come outside from the drive-thru because they have to wait for their food because they came at an hour that a bunch of people are there, and there's only like 2 people making tacos. Like, it's gonna take a minute. I'm sorry. They come and yell at me about it at front counter. Like, what? How is that my problem? I don't know how to work anything on Taco Bell. So
You're the KFC man.
because that's just putting chicken in boxes. Like, that's nothing crazy.
I'm so glad that Wes works there, because KFC, if you want to sponsor the Bean Time podcast, one of your loyal workers, he gets my order right every time, because I ask for the most vile foods anywhere I go, and Wes doesn't mess it up. So for the past 5 years, I've been a menace.
I don't know.
Every time I roll...
I wish y'all could just be with him when he's ordering anything. It's always... It's not normal. I don't know why.
I go into Taco Bell, Wes politely asks for my order, and I say, 4 Doritos Locos Tacos.
With just cheese.
With just cheese in them.
With just cheese. I'm like... I feel bad just, like, putting that down.
I don't want any meat.
Like, I feel bad putting that in the computer, because then... And if you've ever got that order wrong, it's because... If I put that, like, on the computer, it just...
It just
It
doesn't
goes
work.
to the people back there, and they're like... Surely they don't want just cheese.
Surely
They're
I
not...
do. I do, though.
Anytime they get that order wrong, they are not meaning to.
Well, they got
I
it
guarantee
constantly wrong for years. You are the reason I started ordering it again. I had like a 2-year hiatus from my awesome tacos.
Before I worked there, from what I know, it was pretty shit in there.
That's fair. Wes came in and he's holding the
No,
KFC
like
on
just
his
a couple
back.
years, a couple years ago, I think it was pretty shit in there. And I think it's because that one manager, the guy with the chain. Ugh, excuse me. He
Big
he
chain
left
is not
briefly to go work at Pizza Hut,
I see.
or I don't know. I don't know. I just know at one point it was like really bad in there, like it dropped food on the ground, put it like back in the box type bad.
Yeah, I went to.
But we got a new manager and she's the best. So
I'm glad your guys' manager is cool now. That dude actually talked to me. Me and my brother went up to KFC, and I got the 5-piece chicken strip combo with my potato wedges that I love.
they don't have potato wedges. I don't know where you got those from.
I always get potato wedges there.
They don't have potato wedges.
I'm just making up memories today.
They
Anyway,
have French fries.
you've never gotten potato wedges?
They have French fries there.
I'm not going insane. They have potato wedges.
Not anymore. I worked there.
I'm going crazy.
I worked there. They have French fries. They used to.
Well, I sat there, and the
Like
manager,
3, 4, 5 years ago, they had potato wedges. Maybe.
the manager guy came out and he was like, "Man, that chicken is green. I'm gonna make you some more chicken."
Was it the actual?
I think the manager came out and
Did he have a black shirt on, like a checkered shirt?
Yeah,
If they have a checkered shirt, it's the manager.
that's him. He came out here. He goes, "I couldn't give that chicken to you. I felt so bad. I'm gonna go get you some more chicken." It was like green chicken, and I was like, "Awesome." So imagine if they would have gave me the bum chicken, and then I get bum food poisoning.
But I mean, realistically, that was just he was probably cooking, and that got that one. It was probably just your piece that
Probably just my piece.
that kind of got lost and like transferring. But like
I just have respect for them now because they didn't give me the green.
they're not going
chicken.
to give you garbage food like that.
I'm glad. I know, like fast
you might
food's gonna
get
be
a.
annoying to work,
It's crazy.
so they want to despite
And
you
people
with
just
green
don't.
chicken.
People just don't have like. People aren't good humans to each other when you're working like fast food. I swear.
I don't know. It's because people look down on them, and it's sad. There's no reason. Everybody's got a job to do.
Everyone got to do that. Someone's got to do that.
They're taking initiative and they're working. So, what's the problem?
I don't know. Some people are just bad people to each other. And it's. I mean, I personally am never mean to any fast food worker ever because that is the dumbest job I've ever. And
It's got to be annoying.
I'm thinking about going to try a grocery store or something because
You think it'd be nicer?
obviously there's still those just asshole customers that'll just don't have a respect for humans,
I know what you mean.
and it's usually older people that they're thinking, why should I have to care about any of this? I'm this old. Who cares?
I think
They're pretty much done with life anyway.
it's just they're always. You catch fast food employees catch mean people at the worst time because they're hungry.
Because they're hungry.
and tired and mad just for some reason.
But then some of those days I'll just have the best customers ever.
What is your idea of the perfect customer from the food employee?
I don't know. I had this one, just any person that's not like just mad at nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like a example of like a bad customer, right? This is personal experience. Like, you know, I'm at front counter, I'm doing my job. This guy comes into the store. He'd been waiting for his food. We have timers on everything. 10 minutes. Longer than it usually should take, mind you, but I mean, it's a rush. We're on I'm pretty sure it was like dinner rush, which is like around 7:30. It's, you know, there's a lot of people in drive-thru, and if there's like my lobby was getting kind of full, which means drive-thru is like almost backed up into the street.
Yeah.
So, you know, he comes in and he starts. He's shirtless, mind you, which is, you're not supposed to be in here shirtless. He like cuts in front of a bunch of people.
Was it man titties out?
Huh?
Man titties out.
Yeah, he starts yelling at me at front counter like, for one, I'm not making your food. Two, there's orders ahead of you, like that have to get out first. You know, it's not something we can help. We're all trying our best out here. you got two like teenagers like making like 74 burritos in like 20 minutes. It's not ideal. So, and then I go out there and I give it to him, and he starts yelling at me, and he starts like cussing at me. I hand him his food. That's the kind of customer I just hand them their food and walk away. Don't pay attention to like what they're saying at all, because their input is useless and does not mean anything.
But there are some good moments, like while we were gone on our 2-year hiatus, me and Wes took a American Sign Language class, and Wes actually had a deaf man come in, and we got to use our American Sign Language, and it was a really cool moment.
I think that's the only time I'll be able to use that, like, ever.
We're a little bit low on it right now. We'll show you when we have a camera, but we can say
I'm doing it right now. You can't see me.
I'm making the meat eat sandwich sign because that's what I'm doing right now.
That's the only sign the only sign off the top of my head I can remember besides like spelling letters is sandwich.
Sandwich. It's a really easy one to do. For you at your home, just put your hands together and put it to your mouth, and then you're
sandwich.
eating sandwich.
They're probably doing it wrong.
I got a job.
Do it better.
Do it better. Sign better.
Sign better.
I got a job this year.
No,
Mine isn't as
No, he
interesting.
didn't.
Yes, it is. I became
his dad.
No, my stepdad owns a marina, and
He gave him a pitty job for 3 days.
I'm the dock hand. I'm part of the marina.
The only reason you're a dock hand is didn't someone like quit or something?
No. They were just really understaffed.
They're just understaffed, and
because somebody quit.
And you had to be told to go to work. You didn't apply.
Yes. Well, what happened was I was sleeping in because this was like the last 2 weeks of summer, and my stepdad came in, flipped the lights on, and he goes, "Time to work." And I didn't change clothes the night before, so I like conveniently had one of our logo shirts on. So I was like, "All right, I'm ready," and I just went there, and I got $100, and it was awesome.
He did pay you?
Yeah, he paid me.
I was getting worried he wouldn't pay you.
Yeah,
because like I'm pretty sure since he's like your dad, he get classified as like just like, you know, it's a family business thing. They don't have to like.
That's so scummy.
That's what they did
to one of our friends at school.
To one of our friends,
he works at the flower shop, and his grandpa gives him like $4 an hour.
I don't think his grandpa really paid. I think they started paying him though, because I was talking to him and he said he was getting paid.
But I didn't have any cool experiences there because at a marina, the only thing you do is my friend works there too, and he's been like talking this up for like 2 years.
He's crazy about it. He loves doing it. So
he was so overestimating it. He was like, "We're in the hot sun all day long, and I work all day." And I'm like, "Awesome, dude." So I'm thinking this is gonna be the worst thing ever. I get there, all of the dock hands are in one of the pontoons that are on the side, and they are playing music, and one of them is taking a nap, and they did not move for like 2 hours. And then what we do is once every 40 minutes a boat will come in, and you tie it to the dock, and you fill it up like a car. And I have to use our archaic 30-year-old like cash register. Makes no sense. Like, this thing is.
Luckily, you're good at math because it doesn't do the math for you.
No, it doesn't. Like, it's so weird. It's such an old cash register. It makes no sense.
You're lucky you crazy with a math.
Like, the day before, they had a freak out because our friend charged $10,000 for gas by accident because he clicked the wrong button. And that thing is so old, and that's literally all that went on there. I think I put up.
I mean, you got to think though. You're at like the end of summer, like
maybe if it was like
the boat rush is gone. I mean, like 4th of July.
If it was 4th of July, maybe I'd be out there crazy working. Like, of course, it's my first day, so they make me like sweep off stuff. But it wasn't bad. Now I have no respect for our friend.
Yeah, he's the worst
He's
person.
the worst
I've
person
known.
ever. No. One cool thing is I learned something.
No, he didn't.
In the middle of our marina, we have a place where you can toss dog food in, and every single fish,
You feed catfish.
every single fish in the lake just arises up, and they just fight for the dog food.
and turtles. There's a lot of turtles.
There's a lot of turtles. So what I was doing is I put dog food out there, and then I sat on the edge of the dock, and a turtle came up to my foot. It was a crazy moment.
Did you pick him up?
I didn't pick him up, but what I did, he swam right next to my big toe. I'm like, hey man, and I pet his head.
Yo.
This was crazy. It was just a crazy moment for me. He was letting me pet his head. I don't know what was up with this turtle. And I was like, hey, man. And then I realized why he was letting me pet my head. Because he went over to my big toe and took a huge bite of my big toe, and it hurt.
Oh, did he munch on your
He
toe?
munched on my
Did he
toe.
break your nail?
No, he didn't break my nail. Because he was like,
Oh, well, it's not like a
if you're wondering, he's just like a water turtle. I didn't think they were carnivores. I still don't know if they are. Maybe he was just a weird cannibal turtle.
Well, I mean, you got to think, because, like, I mean,
He doesn't know.
they just bite it like the little dog food bits.
He doesn't know. He's seen my toe, and he goes, big dog
Looks like
food
one of
pellet.
the big dogs. I don't get these too often.
And he bit me, and it made me jump because I was like, I didn't know turtles bit you like
What
that.
you biting me for?
And now it's my goal before summer ends, before it gets cold. I wanna swim under the dock and then go get dragged down into the depths by 5 huge catfish.
There's some big old catfish in there.
There were some big old
I
catfish.
think most of them don't do a whole lot. They just come up there, eat the dog food,
that's
go
the one thing.
go back to the bottom of the lake.
That's the one thing that happens every single day we're there. Somebody will come in there while I'm at the cash register of my total of 3 times I've worked there so far.
Crazy.
And they'll go, "Can I fish off this dock?"
And
I'm like,
say, no.
"No, sir, you cannot fish off this dock."
That's just like free game. Like, they can catch just whatever they...
Well, it's because these guys come out there and they fish every day and they go, "I could eat me one of those big catfish." And I'm like, "Awesome, sir. Would you like to..."
Are they allowed to take fish out of the lake?
You are if it's not on our dock, because that's just weird to fish on the dock.
Well, I mean, that's like
But yeah,
that's where you work at, like, so that's not like
The
it's not a
lake,
fishing dock.
the lake you can catch fish because there's such a huge amount of catfish in the lake.
Yeah. What? I mean, really, they're all gathered around that stupid
Yeah,
dock.
they're not
That's
anywhere
the
else
problem.
except for there. They get there, they mass produce, they fight over dog food, and there's like this hierarchy of who gets the dog food. And then like the brim population's also broken because we throw in bread too, but for some reason the catfish and turtles don't like bread. I'm not even sure you're supposed to feed dog food or fish to, or not fish, but bread to fish.
We'll just say it's fish food. We
We'll
don't
say it's fish
actually
food.
know.
Don't-
We don't see the bag, so...
Yeah, I mean they'll eat anything. I mean I imagine it's like cat food, and it's like they're all the same food.
I'm relatively sure it's not going to affect them too much.
Yeah, they won't. They eat like metal hooks and stuff. 'Cause they're like that.
They eat metal hooks.
They eat metal hooks. They can eat something else. But my goal is there's a big fencing thing where you throw in the catfish so you can't put your hands in there and then you like get noodled, or if the 6-year-old gets noodled down to the depths. My goal is that if it ever like closes down or my stepdad sells the business, before he sells it, I bring up that metal ramp and I put my arm down there and I noodle out a catfish. I pet him for a couple seconds and I throw him back.
You're going to noodle catfish.
Yeah,
That takes like work. You can't just decide to do that.
I know. It's like, who was the dude who did that?
Probably some bumpkin out in the middle of
Some
nowhere.
bumpkin. Hey, well, want me to do
I
catfish?
think these catfish, man, they live right in here in that little hole, man. I just stick my hand in there and they bite it, you know.
One of them gets bit by a water moccasin. Like,
Oh,
good for noodling.
that's good, man. That the catfish like the venom in my arm.
Maybe you could like get one and it would bite your arm and it would like stop all the poison.
So they just counteract each other.
Noodle medicine.
Noodle medicine.
But it's wild that is an actual thing that people do. And it was like some dude just shoved his arm down something. And
Well,
started
actually, I mean, they, my brother did it one time.
your brother noodle?
Yeah, but like it was like a watched event. Like I mean,
Oh, it was
like a bunch of people did it.
Okay, they won't let you get noodled down to the depths. That's
No,
got to be a
like he
hazard,
did it with
right?
like some adults. He was pretty young too.
Is there people who've like been noodled? Is there casualties of noodling?
I'm gonna say that like at what's like the biggest catfish?
Big whisker catfish. I don't know.
Like how much do you think the ones like under the dock? Because those are the biggest ones we have like around here.
There does have to be. I'm really bad at like judging them something, but I'd say like 20 pounds.
20,
I don't
30
know.
pounds maybe.
Is that what you'd think of a fish? If
I
we're getting
think-
this wrong,
yeah.
we're not fish people. My bad, all you fishers.
I'm going to say they're not going to be able to take down a whole grown man to the bottom. Like the ones around here.
Yeah, around here, but you've seen those ones in the like national noodling competition, if that's a thing. They're like huge.
I
And
don't
they're
know.
like
I mean,
grabbing your
there's
whole
big
arm.
ass fish that can definitely fucking like take you down.
Dude, I just feel bad for the catfish. Could you imagine like eating something and
It
then
just-
it grabs your esophagus and it
oh.
rips you out of your home?
But then they usually gets returned.
Yeah, but then
But sometimes they get cooked.
but then somebody's fiddled with your esophagus and you live with that information for the rest of your life.
Well, I don't think the catfish cares.
I don't know if he does.
I don't think they care about that. They just live to eat and reproduce.
Reproduce.
That's it.
They think of something, right?
No.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure animals, like, of course animals have thoughts, but like catfish in particular right now.
Right now. Only right now.
Only right now. They're conscientious. They're just right now. They woke up. They had that 2-year-old
They
dream
woke
moment.
ass catfish, man.
But I imagine that they're like, I want to date Catfish Jessica. She's the hottest girl in our catfish school right now.
No.
I'm sure.
Most fish usually just reproduce.
They just do.
They don't usually. I'm pretty sure they don't usually care. We should do fish research.
Should do fish research. We should go snorkeling, and then I get snorkeled by a great white shark, and he eats me.
What?
Me and Wes are going to Hawaii next
Just
summer.
rotate the shark.
That's what I'm saying. We have to learn how to rotate, because next summer, me and Wes are going on a big trip
Rotate sharks.
to go rotate sharks in Hawaii.
They try and jump at you, flip them.
That's all you have
Just
to do.
flip them. Get rotated.
I mean, think about it. Think how less of people would have died in Jaws if they would
They
have
would have
just
just
rotated the shark.
The shark.
I feel like rotating works on only a couple of sharks.
I feel like it'll work on like a what's the
Lemon-
little small
lemon
one? The
shark.
lemon, yeah, lemon shark.
Well, of course, they have a weak name. Lemon shark.
Little bitch ass
Little
lemon
bitch ass shark.
little bitch, you little bitch shark. You lemon
But like,
shark.
I don't know if it'd work on like a bull shark, because a bull shark's like, he wants to eat
Are you
you.
talking about a hammerhead? No.
Bull shark. Those are the really mean ones.
Oh yeah, they're kind of small, aren't they?
They can get huge. My dad had a run-in with a bull shark.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm thinking of the Mako sharks. Is what I was
Mako
thinking
sharks.
of. They're
Those are the
really
really fast
big.
ones.
They're small though.
They were tier 2 on Hungry Shark Worlds.
What?
Do you ever play that game?
What the hell was number? What?
Hungry Shark Worlds?
Oh, is that the one where you like
Yeah.
you like have your finger on the screen, you can direct the shark
Yeah.
and like eat humans?
I remember that was my first time seeing a bad word, actually, legitimately.
Where did it say bad
It
words?
was Life's a Beach. And I asked my brother about it, and he was like, that's supposed to say bitch. And I was like,
No.
don't say that word. Oh, yeah. But anyways, me and Wes are going to Hawaii. And it's going to be awesome. And
gonna
we're
be
going to
great.
snorkel. And I'm going to wear a metal chain, so when the barracuda sees my glimmering metal chain...
He goes, I don't know you were chill like
I
that.
didn't know you were chill like that. And then he tries to eat my esophagus.
But like coolly.
But coolly.
But cool.
He goes,
'cause you're
yeah,
chill like
and
that.
then,
He goes,
and then he bites
"Oh,
me.
I know you're chill like that, and then like
No, what's going to end up happening is, I guarantee you, because I'm a little baby when it comes to ocean, I'm going to go, let's go snorkeling. This is going to be awesome. And then I'm going to go snorkeling for about 5 minutes. I'm going to see something I don't like, and I'm going to go say, I'm going to go snorkel on land. And then I'm
gonna
going to
sit
sit
on
there.
the beach. I don't know. Like some of the best parts about like the beach is just like looking at the ocean. Honestly,
I mean, yeah, no, the view is what it's about. I mean, that's why people go to Hawaii. You go
No,
there
they do
because
that.
it's pretty.
They do that to look at shit, and then you can find cool seashells and shit.
Okay.
I mean, like, because I went to every time I went to Florida, that's like the main thing is looking for shells.
You know what they say? I forget what they say, but it's like spiral shell, put it down. Or
Why?
Because it could be like a cone snail.
Could be a hermit crab.
No, cone snail.
What's a cone snail?
That's the freaky one.
Do they kill you?
Yeah, they actually do.
What?
What they do is it's a big old snail. It's got a beautiful shell, and what it does is it rolls up to its prey like it's like a harmless little snail, and then it shoots a poison dart at them.
Like a spiky dart?
Yeah, it has this little tube, and it'll cup you, and they'll shoot the dart at you. And I'm decently sure it can. It like takes out people. People have died to the cone snail.
Why the hell?
Why did God make that?
Why does he like? I'm gonna give this spider the ability to kill 7 elephants, and he's the size of your ring finger.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
What the fuck was that about?
When did he need to do that? What
Why
was
do
the
they
point?
need that venom? Why do they need all that?
I don't know. And it's like the cone snail's terrifying too because it stabs you. It doesn't kill you. You go into paralysis. and you can't move. And then the snail digests you. But it can't digest humans because, we're big.
We might be able to survive that if they get us to a hospital. But
Yeah, but the issue is you get paralysis in the water, and then you can't swim.
Well, I mean, they're usually close to shore, though.
Yeah.
So you can probably still walk.
It, shuts down your body.
No, I'm saying,
you mean,
you can stand where you're at, so people, at least see you.
Yeah, if people see you.
I don't know, because then I'm thinking, because when I go to Florida, I'll, just kind of... I don't know if this will make any sense, but I'll get in front of a wave and go pretend.
Yeah, you'll play dead and see
I'll
if anybody
play.
does anything.
No, I won't play dead in front of the wave, but I'll ragdoll, I guess, and let the wave throw me into the bank just because it's fun.
Yeah,
that's just what I remember.
I just getting harmlessly hurt. I used to do body surfing a lot, or bodyboarding is what it's called. It's like boogie boarding, but you're just flat on your chest and then you go. And it kind of gives you the same thing. My dad taught
I don't know. I hated boogie boards, but I like the skim boards. You know what I'm talking about?
You like boogie boarding? You will like boogie boarding because it saves you from the sandbar. I didn't know that when I was body surfing for the first time. And this was when some Florida hurricane was going on, so the waves were pretty big. So I was body surfing. I was like, Dad, I did it. Finally, this is awesome. So what happens in body surfing is you see a wave and then you just start swimming. And then you make a kind of David Hasselhoff form when he's swimming with SpongeBob.
Do you have a board?
No, you don't. No board. Just you.
Well, that's just getting. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, kind of. Then just getting slammed.
Yeah, and then you go on the board, and then
you said there wasn't a board.
No, my bad. You go on your chest, and then I got thrown into the funny broken shells in the beach because there's always that border of broken shells.
Yeah.
It goes nice sand.
And then
Death pit.
It's where the hotel doesn't clean the beach as much.
Yeah. And then you just die. One cool thing that I've noticed every single time I go to Florida is that this manatee, he will come by.
It's the same one?
It is. It is the same one. Because we go to the same place every year. We go to the same place. And every single time around this time, he'll circle back. And I didn't see him one year. And I got really sad. I was like, dang, he got eaten.
Bro died.
And it was their final day for our Florida trip down to some of our family this year. And I see this giant just shade going through the water, and I'm like, oh god,
I'm gonna die.
That's a shark. I'm gonna die. And I see his nose come up. And I'm like, oh, sharks don't have noses that look like that.
I'm surprised you're comfortable around manatees, man. They're kind of freaky looking.
I am. First of all, just telling everyone, it's super illegal to touch them. Do not touch them.
Did you touch him?
I did not touch him. Allegedly. I'm kidding. No, I didn't touch him at all. Because the I forget who it is, Beach Patrol or some Coast Guard, whatever's down there, they will legitimately arrest you because
they're
not cool to touch you. They're super endangered as well. Well, what happens?
They poisonous?
It's not that they're poisonous. It's when you touch them, they'll come up to people. And scare them.
Fuck! I thought you were talking about.
No, the sea cows.
You're talking about a sea cow right now.
Yeah.
You're talking about a sea cow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you thinking of?
The fucking flat those
stingrays.
Yeah, stingray.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about a stingray, bro. Oh my god.
But anyways,
okay.
Manatee was coming at me, and I was like, oh, Mr. Manatee, because we call him Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Mr. T comes by every time, and
they're usually pretty docile.
Yeah, he was going fast, so I was running across the beach so I could catch up with him. He's a little goober too, because there was a bird, and he likes to freak out birds. He was sitting on the water, and the manatee come up and slapped him. He got his nose underneath him, and it freaked him out. And so I went over to swim by him, and I put on my goggles so I could swim right beside him, not breaching any law. No laws broken. Anyways, so
I did not touch the manatee.
I got right beside him, and the dude did a 180, went back and then stared me right in my eye.
Yeah, they're cool.
They're curious dudes. And he looked at me and he was like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "Of course I'm freaking out. I'm thinking the manatee has turned hostile and he is going to eat me."
No, they'll just they'll just
He just swam the other way and he
they're
left.
just chilling.
He stared at me for a couple seconds and then left. Cool dude. It was like one of those beasts of nature moments. It was really cool.
I don't know. Sometimes I wish wolves didn't want to eat me.
And I could go talk to them.
Go talk to a wolf or something.
There's 2 wolves inside.
There's 2 wolves inside.
And they're fucking.
They're fucking.
I've had a run-in with
the law.
No, a forest creature.
A forest creature?
I told you about this before. My stepdad has these foxes in our woods that he feeds.
Is that the plural for foxes? Fox eye?
Fox eye.
Anyway.
Pack. I don't know. And the they're cool and stuff. They met up with my dog, and I was scared because my dog Mabel is a tiny little Chihuahua who doesn't know what danger is, and they looked nose to nose, and I was like, oh god, this fox can eat my Chihuahua in about 3 seconds. But they were cool, and they just loved each other.
Foxes aren't that
They're not that
mean.
mean. I think maybe some, but those guys are cool.
Like the
Worst thing about foxes is, I was going home one night.
you hit one with your car.
Yeah, no. I got home, I got out of my car, and apparently foxes make these sounds of children crying.
Yeah, they
Seriously.
they like wail.
Yeah, search up fox wail or fox cry or whatever it was.
No,
I thought-
search up what does the fox say.
Yeah,
and
no,
then
then
get
you'll
this
know.
A very cool.
Very nice video. Dude, I like ran into the woods and I was like, hello, are you alive? And I went back to tell my mom and she was like, oh honey, it's just the foxes.
But
So
what-
on the off chance that there was a child dying there and I left you because I thought you were a fox,
My
I'm
fault.
sorry. That's my bad.
My mom told me it was a fox.
My mommy told me it was a fox. But now that fox, now I listen to kids crying in the woods and I just know they're foxes, so I leave.
Do you hear that often? I see
Yeah.
it. I see it a lot too. But
I see it a lot,
I just
too.
See that. I just think they're foxes.
They've gotten a little bigger recently.
Some might be killing kids about.
Someone might be killing kids in my forward. I mean, it would make sense. I have a creepy old abandoned church by our
That
little
church
forest.
is abandoned,
I think it has to be.
right?
Every single time I come up to this church, the door is wide open. There's always a truck in there, though. The truck just hasn't moved, though. And it looks like an abandoned church, so I'm gonna just say that it is.
Oh, yeah.
It seems abandoned. And
Okay.
maybe I can buy it.
Why? Why would you buy an abandoned building?
Because my girlfriend was talking to me about this yesterday. She said you can buy churches apparently for really cheap because they're abandoned, and people like to make like just little fake churches. Because if you didn't know, churches don't have to pay like property taxes. And so what?
What?
Yeah.
So you just want a money scheme?
So what people do is they'll money scheme and they'll say, "Oh, I'll make a church so I don't have to pay any property tax on this because it's too much."
And then you just live there?
Yeah, but what ends up happening with this is that the land is really cheap because the owners go, "Oh God, I have a church now and I want to sell it." And so, a girlfriend was talking and she was like, "Yeah, you can just buy it and you can make it into a house." And I mean, it's not a bad idea. You know how open churches are. And it'd be
Yeah,
a really
but like
cool
I'd
house.
feel like weird.
That's what I said. I said it would just weird me out that I was in that church.
I mean, there's that one church. I don't know. I can't remember where it's at, but they turned it into like a liquor store.
The liquor store. church?
Yeah, like it's
Why would-
like it's still. I mean, it looks like a church on the outside, but it's like we have Natty Light in here. Like,
Holy church. I mean, that's what they did. Our church is built upon like Christianity.
well, don't you have to
is
have like?
wine.
I mean, there's got to be some rules to like that you'd have to pay property taxes eventually.
On churches?
Well, like I mean, because you have.
It's because
Don't
they
you
don't.
have to have like hold like a service or something every once in a while?
I don't know. I think it's.
What are the
'cause-
rules behind it?
It's because they don't make any money.
Well, yeah, I mean, I understand that, but like, if you bought the church and made it a house,
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
someone would know.
You're not buying it because of the no property tax thing. You're buying it because it's cheap and it's open.
Okay.
It's just big line. Of course, you make a house, they're going to be like, "This isn't a church anymore. You're going to pay taxes on it."
How can you prove that it's not a church though?
I live here.
Well,
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Well, if you could fake live in a church and you could set up a billboard and it's like Sunday mass, but you can make it like some horrible religion that nobody would want to go to, which is none of them.
don't
Which
say
is none
that.
of them.
Don't say that.
Which is none of them.
They are
because
all
I love
great.
them all.
Besides the made-up one he was talking about.
I'm saying no. If you actually just make up a religion that nobody knows about and you try to not get people to go there, then you could just have it because it's still a church, right?
Yeah, but like, what if someone shows up on your door? Like,
And ask you about the church, you could say
have a pamphlet ready. Make pamphlets.
you could say this religion is one that only I am in. No, because you have to have three people to make a religion.
Yeah, that's a rule, isn't it? Have
It's-
roommates.
You have roommates, and that's true. You just live with your family. You have a baby.
baby.
This baby is part of this religion as well. Little Jimbo also believes in it. Wes is getting stanky on the podcast.
I did not. Anyway.
We had some Subway. Sorry.
Oh, not going down well.
Well, that way you could live with 4 people, and you could live with your wife, your kid, and the soul of Jesus Christ in your home.
Or
All
whatever
time.
the religion is.
Or whatever religion you're in. It would be bad. We have so many churches like near where we live. It would just
All
fit
the
in very.
same.
It's just we have so many like. We come from an area to where there's not many like jobs, so everybody's like go-to is to make a church.
Yeah.
Which I mean, do what you do, but we
what you
have
gotta do.
we have so many. It's crazy.
And I don't know. I've never been able to like differentiate between like, say like a Church of Christ and like a Williams Baptist. Like they're all like the
They're
same
Yeah,
general idea, right? And I mean, I'm not trying to be offensive or anything, but like, right, like.
I just never took the time to, I guess, learn about them. Do you want to talk about your video, or you're keeping it under wraps?
Huh?
You want to talk about your thing, or keeping it under wraps?
Oh yeah. I have this idea to like go to all the religions, right?
Yes.
Go to all the churches.
It'd be me and Wes. I'm the film guy, and then
I'd like to interview like the priest or whatever afterwards.
Yeah.
And ask them all the same questions. Not like I'm not ranking them. I want to be clear. I'm not like tier list ranking churches. I'm just want information.
It's just a good way to learn about each religion,
Yes.
and that'd be cool. I mean, there's so many that we don't know about.
I mean, me personally, I don't really have a religious affiliation. So,
And like I've been,
but I'm willing to learn.
and it'd just be neat to learn what each sub branch is about. Because everybody knows what sub-branch there are, but it's just hard to know what all the religions are. And there's so many to find out.
Yeah,
So
the only problem is, I don't. What if I don't speak the language of the church? So I'm gonna work up to that. Hopefully,
Yeah, we're gonna work up to the
hopefully I
hard
get some
ones for us to
traction,
do.
right? And then I can.
But we're probably going to start like going to the ones around our town and asking them what's up about it. And being
And those are
respectful.
mostly just like
Christianity-based ones.
Christian, I don't know,
Just Christian.
Southern. It's like
Yeah.
so. Some of them will be.
That's why we have to work up to the other ones, because they're all far away.
We live in the middle of nowhere.
We do live in the middle of nowhere. But that might be, when we work up to those, that might be the time we're in college, so we might be farther away. We can look a little farther.
I don't know when I'll start. I was thinking this Sunday. I didn't have the idea fully ready.
It's just a hard thing to do, because if you think about it, there's about, I'd say 11
Well, I mean,
or 12
I plan
of
on
us.
going to one at a time and posting that church. I want to give them their own videos.
Yeah.
And try and make them relatively all the same length. I don't want to.
You don't want to spotlight one.
I don't have any preference, so.
I just think it'd be cool to also go to some of the big ones, like
a
the Vatican,
I thought you were talking about mega churches, which are
megachurch.
awful.
I've never heard of those. Before.
You don't know these preachers they own these mega churches, they're billionaires.
Billionaires.
They're they don't even I don't even know if they believe in God. They're just there to
believe in
make money.
I get you, but it's just a nice thing to learn about, and we'll get to go to some cool places too.
Hopefully.
But I think that's about all it for this episode.
Yeah.
It
could return.
It's really great to be back, and me and Wes have been talking about this for a while. And I hope you guys will tune in for the next ones. Wes, do you have any final words?
I need to shit. That Subway sandwich is destroying my stomach at the moment.
Okay. Well, thank you for listening to the Bean Time Podcast. And
Bye.
we'll catch you in the next one.